This session is on game theory. We had discussed pure strategy game in our first lecture series of game theory. Uh, the second category, which is big strategy game, we discussed in our last session. If we recall our last session, the problem which we discussed, that was of 2x2 matrix. It was a mixed strategy game. That means saddle point did not exist in that. Once we confirmed that it was mixed strategy game, we even checked that it is a 2x2 matrix. That means both the companies have two strategies each. Now, this session moves a little further in mixed strategy game only, but the payoff matrix given to us will not be of 2x2 matrix, but it will be either of n×2 games or 2x(m) games. That means either of the company will have only two strategies to play, and the other company will have more than two strategies to play with, right? For this, the method which is used is graphical method. Now, I want to make you clear one thing, that to solve a game theory, we have got only two methods. That is, either it is saddle point method or it is the odd method. Fine. So we have only two methods. Now, further or in this session, whatever method we study, that is only a reduction technique, so that either of the solution, either of the methods can be used. That is saddle point method or the odd method, right? So graphical method does not give you a final solution. It gives you a reduction technique so that you can convert your matrix into a form where saddle point method or odd method can be applied, right? So we have been given a problem, solve the following game. See, A has two strategies and B has three strategies, right? So let us go by the rule. First, for every game theory problem, we need to check whether saddle point exists or not. So what we do is, for each row, we have taken row minimum. For A1, it is 1. For A2, it is 2, right? Now, out of these minimum, we have taken the maximum, right? That is by our maximum. Next, for each column, we have taken the maximum. Sort of 1 and 8, 8 is the maximum. Likewise, for B2, 5 is the maximum. For B3, 11 is the maximum. Now, we were supposed to calculate minimax. So out of all maximum values, we have taken 5. That is the minimum value. Now see, your maximum is 2 and minimax is 5, right? That means, since maximum is not equal to minimax, therefore saddle point does not exist. If saddle point does not exist, it means that it is a question of mixed strategy, right? Now, it is a mixed strategy game of 2x(m) game. See, you have only two strategies for firm A, whereas you have three strategies for firm B, right? That means this method requires graphical method to be implemented. Now, to implement graphical method, I've just taken down the payoff matrix here, right? So, whoever firm has only two strategies, you have to pick that. That means in our problem, A1 and A2 are the two strategies firm A has, right? So we need to draw a vertical line for A1. See, for A1, one vertical line, and just opposite to A1 for A2, one more vertical line, right? So what I did is, I found out which firm has only two strategies, and I found that A is a firm which has only two strategies, A1 and A2. So I drew two vertical lines opposite to each other and named A1 and A2, right? Now in this matrix, I check the maximum value, which is 11, right? And minimum value, which is 1, right? So in the vertical line, I took distances equally, right? So the maximum point covers 11 and the minimum point is -2. If you don't want, you need not to write negative values if you do not have negative here, right? So to keep the things general, I have mentioned negative as well. And the same value you have to project the opposite vertical line as well. Fine. Now, let me go to B1. See, B1 has 1 on A1 and 8 on A2. So 1 on A1 and 8 on A2, and these 2 points have been connected by a red line. You will be drawing manually. This is a graph, right? You will be drawing manually, so it will be easy for you. Connect these two values. I have located for B1, on 1 it is 1, A1 it is 1, on A2 it is 8. So on A1 it is 1, on A2 it is 8, and 1 and 8 is connected, right? You need not to draw by different color. For our better understanding, I have just do it with a different color, right? So B1 is over for you, and I have circled and named it as B1. Next, for B2. For B2, see, on A1 it is 3, on A2 it is 5. So 3 and 5 we have connected by green line. And this thing is written as B2. That means this green line represents B2. Coming to B3, on A1 it is 11, on A2 it is 2. So we connected 11 to 2 by a yellow line, and it is named as B3. Now we do not have any other strategy for B, right? So come to your diagram. Now you have to see whether you are drawing this graph for a company who is making profit or for a company who is making loss. So recall, we said that in the beginning itself, in a payoff matrix, this company whose strategies are given in rows, that company incurs profit, and the company for whom the strategies are given in column, they make loss, right? That means firm A is making profit and firm B is making loss, right? So we have taken vertical lines for profit making company, isn't it? We have taken for A1 and A2, and firm A is making profit. So if vertical lines are for profit making companies, then we need to come to the bottom of the graph, right? See, in this graph, the bottom part is from this red line to this green line to this yellow line and this A2, right? I'll show once again this A1 line, then this slant red line, then this slant green line, then this slant yellow line, and finally this blue line. So the solution will lie in this part only. That is why this part has been indicated by an arrow called lower envelope, right? This is the lower envelope. Now, in this lower envelope, we have got many points. We have a point here, we have a point here, we have a point here, and we have a point here. So we need to find out the maximum point. How to find the maximum point? Which has the maximum height. So see, this point has the maximum height. So that is why it's here, maximum point. Correct? So I'll just repeat once again. We need to find it out. We have drawn this graph for which company? Profit making company or loss making company? For our case, we have drawn for profit making company. That is why we have identified lower envelope and we have chosen the maximum point. If at all I need to make for lower company, loss-making companies, then I'll go for upper envelope, and instead of maximum point, it will be minimum point. So the reverse action I need to apply, right? Now see, this maximum point is the part of your yellow line and your green line, right? This maximum point is the part of your yellow line and your green line, correct? So your green line says it is B2 and your yellow line says it is B3. So for drawing solution, we don't require B1, right? For drawing solution, we don't require B1. That is why we have reduced the mark matrix. Therefore, the reduced payoff matrix is A1, A2 and B1, B2. Just a minute. It should not be. Sorry. We need to make a little correction. It is B2, B3. This has to be B2, B3, right? Remember this line. This maximum point is the part of your B3 and B2, and B1 is not playing a role. That is why B2 is not in this, right? So let me make little changes in the value itself. B2 is 3, 5 and B3 is 11, 2. So it is 3, 5, 11 and 2. Fine. So we know this is first row and first column. So it is A11. First row, second column. So A12. Second row, first column. So A21. Second row, second column. So A22. Right. Now see, we have reduced the entire problem into a 2 cross 2 matrix. Right. And for 2 cross 2 matrix, we know algebraic method or odd method is applied. So what we do is we assumed that A1 has probability P to be chosen and A2 has 1 minus P probability to be chosen. Similarly, B2 will have Q probability to be chosen and B3 will have 1 minus Q probability to be chosen. Fine. So we are supposed to answer three things: the probability P, the probability Q, and the value of the gain. So we know for probability P, this is our formula, right? So let me change here only. So it is A22. A22 is 2. A21 is 5. A11 is 3 plus A22 is 2. A12 is 11 and A21 is 5. So it is 2 minus 5 is minus 3 divided by, see, 3 plus 2 is 5 minus 16, that means minus 11. So the answer is 3 by 11. Fine. Then comes Q. So our A22 is 2 again. A12 is 11. And here A11 is 3 plus A22 is 2 minus A12 is 11 plus A21 is 5. So it is minus 9 by minus 11. So it is 9 by 11. Finally comes value of the game. For value of the game, A11 is 3 into A22 is 2. A12 is 11. A21 is 5. A11 is 3 A22 is 2, A12 is 11, A21 is 5. So finally we have, see, 3 into 2, 6, minus 55, so it is minus 49, divided by minus 11, so it is 49 by 11. That means the probability that A1 will be chosen is 3 by 11, B2 will be chosen is 9 by 11, and the value of the game is 49 by 11, right? So, hope you understand the concept. For any further query, you can mail me to this ID, arg.srkr86@gmail.com. Thank you.